There are two types of people here. Same state, but completely different lives. So if you're relocating from another state, here's the honest insight. There are mostly only two types of people in Nevada, and somehow we all still call it home. One group wants to remain anonymous. They're also looking to reinvent with zero follow-up questions. The other wants community, mountains, and neighbors who know your dog's name and how that escrow's going. Welcome to Las Vegas versus Reno. This isn't a rivalry. This is just you picking your lifestyle. So if you're coming from California, Texas, Arizona, Florida, or anywhere else that puts Nevada on your radar, then this video is for you. Both cities work, but they work for very different personalities. So we'll start with Las Vegas. There's over 2.3 million people in that area, and it's one of the fastest growing metros in the entire country. You'll be statistically invisible, and that can be relaxing. Reno and Sparks, on the other hand, has about 500,000 people. You're going to definitely be noticeable, and you will be recognized a lot faster than probably expected. Vegas is big enough to disappear in, and Reno's small enough that if you disappear, someone's going to come checking on you. Vegas will say, "Live your life," and Reno will ask, "Hey, are you good?" Vegas is known as the privacy city. Also known that if you're on the run, this is your place. Let's say it out loud. If you're reinventing yourself, starting fresh, keeping your past tastefully archived, or hypothetically on the run from a few questionable chapters of life, Vegas could be just what you need. Vegas is the witness protection program with valet parking. You could change your haircut, your routine, your gym, and your entire personality, and nobody's going to ask follow-up questions. Your neighbors don't ask, "What do you do?" They don't ask where you came from, and they won't even ask why Amazon keeps delivering packages at midnight. They might wave at you, but it'll be from behind the tinted windows as they're driving by. That's not unfriendly. That's just how it works. But let's talk for just a second about why people love Las Vegas. Generally, it's about 10 to 20% less per square foot than Reno. For example, the median sales price in December was about $613,000 in Reno versus $475,000 in Vegas. Vegas always has a massive inventory of houses with plenty of new construction. They have master planned communities all over the place. There's pro sports, concerts, shows, and dining, and they're all on repeat like every night. Vegas is built for convenience, efficiency, and privacy. You could even live there for 5 years and your neighbors won't even know your name. No one there thinks that's weird. That was actually the goal all along. Reno, on the other hand, is going to be the community city, also known as "We're all gonna know your business by Tuesday afternoon." Reno doesn't do anonymous. Reno notices things. If you go to the same coffee house twice and suddenly they know your order, they know that you just moved here, and they want to know how the house hunt's going. It might even have you saying, "Listen, I ordered caffeine, not accountability." Reno's the kind of place where community events actually matter. Kids' sports leagues, well, they feel personal, and people do notice when you stop showing up. Supportive? Yes. A little nosy? Well, also yes. Worth it? Well, for the right people, absolutely. Why families relocating this area absolutely love it? Well, it's only about 30 minutes from North Lake Tahoe and just over 60 minutes to South Lake Tahoe. We also get about 300 days a year of sunshine. The summer highs are typically about 90 degrees, dropping 30 to 40 degrees every night. We have 4 real seasons. The mountains actually limit the sprawl, which keeps our housing inventory tight. And we're only about a 45-minute flight to Vegas when you want shows, sports, or weekends full of bad decisions followed up by good stories. Reno gives you nature daily, and Vegas is always on demand. Vegas gives you options where Reno will give you competition. Another major difference is schools and education. This is going to matter a lot more if you have kids or plan to. Reno serves primarily by a much smaller school district with roughly about 60,000 students in total. That smaller scale means more consistency from school to school, smaller class sizes on average, it's easier for parent involvement, and shorter communities and drop-offs for activities. Vegas, on the other hand, operates one of the largest school districts in the entire country with over 300,000 students. That size will bring a lot more magnet and specialty programs available to your kids. There'll be more school choices, but it's also much bigger differences between neighborhoods. In Reno, school quality seems to be more consistent overall. In Vegas, there's also excellent schools, but where you live makes a bigger difference. Translation: Reno is much easier to navigate. Vegas will actually reward those families who do the homework early. Neither one is right or wrong, they just serve different priorities. Another major difference is the culture, and this one's the one that most people get wrong. Vegas culture is very much image-driven. It's very polished. It's reservation-based. Presentation does matter. And lovingly, we reference Vegas as Little LA. With the Reno culture, it's outdoors first, it's casual, it's function over flash, and nobody cares what you drive. We are very practical and grounded. If you're overdressed in Reno, most people just think that you're either visiting or new. If you're underdressed in Vegas, they just assume you're lost. But here's a quick Nevada reality check. Because yes, we do have other places too. We're not going to leave those other areas out of this video because yes, Nevada is big, really big. And in some spots, it's even empty. Henderson, for example, has about 330,000 people. It also has Vegas vibes, but it's calmer, it's cleaner, and it's where people go when they don't actually go to the Strip. Carson City is our capital, and it's about 30 miles south of Reno with a population of about 58,000 people. It has government jobs, it's a quieter pace, and they love to go to bed early, and I do mean proudly. Elko has a population of about 21,000 people. It's about mining, ranching, and having a whole lot of space. If you like your independence, you like your space, then this could be the space for you. And then there's Pahrump. It comes in with a population of about 45,000 people. It's close to Vegas on the map, but it is definitely its own little corner of the world. It's affordable, it's quiet, and it's very unapologetically the desert. Back in the north, we have Fallon with a population of 9,000 people. It has military presence, agriculture, and a lot of small town vibes. It also has zero traffic complaints because, there isn't any. Then there's Fernley, who comes in with a population of 23,000 people. It also plays a bigger role for northern Nevada than what most outsiders realize. It sits roughly about 30 miles east of Reno. It's popular with people who want more house, less traffic, fewer surprises, while still keeping Reno within the commuting distance. It's practical, it's quiet, but it's steadily growing. And if Reno feels too busy and Fallon feels too quiet, Fernley tends to land right in the sweet spot. But both Fallon and Fernley sit within close proximity to the industrial park, which means cheaper housing and steady growth. So yes, Nevada does have its options. Just know that most people narrow it down to either Vegas or Reno, and for good reason. So quick pause here. If you're relocating to Nevada and still trying to figure out what matches your lifestyle, know that I have team members spread throughout the entire state, and we're here to help you. That means Reno, Vegas, Carson, Northern Nevada, and Southern Nevada. So no matter where you decide that you want to land, we can help you with local insight instead of guessing. Feel free to book a one-on-one consultation with all of our information listed below. So let's discuss weekends and how that looks very different based on your lifestyle. Vegas weekends are all about the shows, professional sports, dining, events, and how did it get this late? Reno's weekends have a very different feel. It's all about Tahoe, the trails, the lakes, the backyards, and let's grill something. People in Reno leave to go outside. People in Vegas leave their house to go somewhere inside that's nicer. And then there's the weather, and this is very different too. Vegas summers are intense. Reno summers are comfortable. And that difference matters a lot more than most people realize. Vegas summers often hit 105 to 115. They do have mild winters which stay in the 60s. It only rains there a couple days a year. So although you don't shovel heat, you can't casually exist outside either. Reno's weather is different with snow in the winter, wind with opinions, near perfect summers, and short but very real spring and fall. Vegas plans its life around air conditioning, and Reno plans its life around layers. So the choice is yours. Choose wisely. Jobs and the economy are also very different. So let's talk about what it's actually like in Vegas versus Reno. Las Vegas is all about scale, speed, and volume. Vegas runs on scale with about 1.1 million people in the workforce. It's one of the largest hospitality and tourism economies in the entire country. It has strong sectors in hospitality and entertainment. Healthcare there is fast growing. They have construction and trades, logistics and distribution, and sales and commission-based roles. What this means in real life is jobs are easily available. Career pivots are common, and you can even change industries all without leaving the city. There is always somebody who's hiring. Vegas is a high-churn economy. People move jobs often, and employers expect it. Nobody panics over a resume with a lot of movement. So the upside is you'll have a faster income if you like to hustle. There's more upside to commission and tip-based roles. It's easier to restart after a setback. But the trade-off is income volatility is a very real reality. Layoffs will happen a lot quicker, burnout is common, and work-life balance always blurs a lot faster. So Vegas rewards momentum. If you slow down, just know the city will not. Reno, on the other hand, is focused on something very different. It's all about stability, specialization, and staying power. Reno, in contrast, runs on longevity. The workforce here is only about 250 to 300,000 people. It's a smaller job market, but it's more focused on specialization. The strong sectors here are advanced manufacturing, logistics and distribution, tech and data infrastructure, which is now becoming one of the best in the entire country. We have defense-adjacent industries, remote professionals, and major employers' industrial growth that sits east of Reno, creating a long-term employment instead of constant churn. So what this means in real life is there are going to be fewer job postings. You will get longer tenure once hired. You'll see less job hopping, and people don't ask, "What are you doing right now?" They simply ask, "How long have you been at that?" The upside of this is stability, lower burnout, better work-life balance, and it's easier to build a reputation. The trade-off is there are fewer opportunities to pivot to quickly. Networking here matters more, your reputation will follow you, and Reno rewards consistency. If you show up, it'll show up for you also. So let's talk about the quiet differences between wages and lifestyle. Vegas has a higher upside in sales, hospitality, healthcare, and more performance-based pay. It's easy to out-earn quickly, but it's harder to slow down without sacrificing your income. Reno has slightly elevated averages for income for manufacturing, tech, skilled logistics, more salaried roles, and incomes here will grow more steady but slower. It's also easier to protect your personal time. So to help draw that contrast, Vegas is going to ask you, how hard do you want to push? Where Reno will ask you is, how long would you like to sustain this? So let's talk about now what it really looks like for entrepreneurs and small business. Vegas is going to require you to have a massive database. It has very high competition. It comes with a lot higher marketing costs, but it's easier to fail quietly and then restart. It's great if you like to scale fast. You don't mind competition, you thrive on volume, and where Reno is a smaller market. Word of mouth here still matters a lot. Your reputation is your currency. Mistakes are going to stick with you longer, but it's great if you want to build long term. You value loyalty and you want community support. Vegas is going to reward speed, Reno rewards trust. Now let's discuss remote work reality, because this is one of those concerns that families looking to relocate really matter. It has non-stop flights all over the place. It's great for frequent travelers, but it's harder to mentally unplug. Reno does have fiber in a lot of new communities. It does have a smaller airport, but it runs very efficient. We have easy Tahoe escapes, and it's easier to log off mentally. So Vegas supports remote work, where Reno will enhance it. So this is something that's not thought about, and I don't see it talked about a lot, but it is something that I found is very important. And let's talk about the mental game, because these two cities run on two very different mindsets. Vegas is a high level of stimulation, has constant motion, easy dopamine rushes, and it does come with easy burnout. Reno, on the other hand, does have a slower pace. There is more mental space, it is easier to mentally unplug, and it could feel a little boring initially, until you get rid of all of that stress and the constant stimulation. Vegas is going to excite your nervous system, where Reno will calm it down. So here's the bottom line. Vegas gives you privacy, Reno gives you connection. Vegas lets you disappear, while Reno makes you belong. So if you're looking to relocate and you want some help to figuring out where you should be, let's connect. So whether you choose Reno, Vegas, or somewhere in between, we'll be happy to give you the local insight, professional advice, and help you navigate these waters. We don't do high pressure or sales pitches. We just want to help you create some clarity and find your new home. But know this, if you do decide to choose Reno, don't plan on staying anonymous. Someone's already saw you at the Costco. I'm Chris Rayner, your go-to realtor. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video.